Okay, we are back. So once again, hello, good morning, and for some of you, good afternoon. My name is Chris. Some of you may know me already. So for those one, hello again. And some of you might not know me. So my name is Chris. I work with company Erko. I represent the export department. Today, we decided to give you full knowledge about Shark technology. This is our own technology dedicated for transformers manufacturers. But first of all, why we are here? We are here because I am representing company Erko, which is today 40 years into the electrotechnical market, a family company with Polish origin, with Polish capital, owned by second generation of Pentlack family right now. We are located in two facilities in Poland, and we are very well-known electrotechnical supplier in Poland, and we're trying to do the same in worldwide scenario. As I said, some of you already know our company and is using Shark technology, and for some of you, this is something to learn about. Today, there will be also a space for questions. There will be space for discussion, but that will be at the end of our webinar. First, I want to thank you for joining in, and I will briefly let you know something about Erko. As I said, 40 years into the market, we are divided into few product groups in electrotechnics, and one of them is Shark technology. Another one are busbar processing stations for switchgear manufacturers, and another one is screw connectors for underground cable joints. Those are three key divisions in our electrotechnical production. Everything that you will see today, everything that you will see in our webinars in the future on the fairs or anywhere is our own production. Our own projects. We are producer and manufacturer of the things you will see today. So this is very valuable information for future customers from my point of view. Shark technology. Why Shark and what we are talking about here at all? First of all, simply said, and this is the most important thing about this technology, is the possibility of linking enamelled wires without stripping the insulation. So when you have different kind of wires that are covered in enamelled insulation, you need to penetrate this insulation. You need to remove it manually, you can remove it chemically. But with Shark technology, you don't have to remove it. You can link enamelled wires, no matter if they are round, if they are sector wires, or if they are bare wires without insulation also. So multi-strand wires also can be connected. You just need to remove the paper insulation. But you can connect enamelled wires without stripping the insulation. Why is it good for you? It is good because it saves time. That's the first thing. It saves time because you do not have to remove the insulation. It always takes time, and this is also something that creates waste. You need to clean the space after removing the insulation. You are polluting the atmosphere with using, for example, chemical solutions to remove the insulation of the enamelled wires. So you are saving the environment, you are saving time, and actually in production for the operator that is working here with the wires, with tap changer outputs, with winding outputs, in this scenario you are saving time, and it is really economical solution because you are canceling a few operations from your production scenario, because you do not have to remove the insulation, you do not need to purchase tools for enamelled insulation removal, and you are connecting it with clean and easy to use technology. How it started? Because I think this is also important for you. It started over 15 years ago with our first partner with this technology. That in that time that was ABB company, now it is Hitachi, as you may all know. We started with this technology, we developed it together, and until today we are working globally with Hitachi network. We are trying to develop in every continent, and also another big transformers manufacturers are working with us, such as Schneider Electric or Lemitrafo or different other ones. How it works? It works perfectly throughout the years because there are some terms to use it in production, of course, but if you obey those terms, if you make the crimps the way they should be made, if you use the machines properly and you take care of the maintenance, we have no claims regarding the Shark technology crimps. Those connectors are in different sizes, from small ones to big ones, and you can connect wires from 1 square millimeter or even less up to 65 square millimeters. That's for today. We are developing the really bigger ones, but this connector, it looks small in my hands, right? But it connects up to 65 square millimeters. So for distribution transformers in medium voltage, it is a perfect solution. However, you can use it also in different other solutions, but the key production place for the Shark technology is distribution transformers in medium voltage. So this is really, really important. In a few minutes, I will show you how it works, but I want to also give you an idea how to start working with Shark technology, how to use it, how it works, how to implement it in your production. Easily said, we are here for you with this technology, because when you are starting the implementation process of Shark technology, you are not doing it on your own. We are doing it with you. So first steps in implementing Shark technology is the tests. In Erko, we start with configuration chart. So we need to first theoretically connect those wires and see if the configuration in your transformers, in your production space, is it possible to link those wires to use the configuration you have. So for that, we are using our online configurator, which is available for everyone on the internet. It's shark.erko.pl or .com, depends on which language you want to use. You can use .pl and you will find the language selection. And in there, you can implement what you have from one side and what you have from the other side. And you can check if we have a solution to connect those wires. If we do not have this connection in our database, because that might happen, we are developing, you can just click that you require a contact from somebody who will help you. And it could be me, it could be one of our sales guys, and then we can help you to discover the knowledge about Shark technology, and then we can check if you can connect those wires at your production place. Then, when we get through the configuration, we contact with you, we ask you for samples. You are sending some sample wires, some sample cables. We make the connections, send them back to you, you can make the tests. Also, we have our own laboratory here in Erko. So we can make the aging test, we can make the electrical test for you. So basically, before we start with the test at your production place, we are very much prepared for anything that regarding those connections. And then somebody from Erko travels to your place with the demo station, like this one today here we have, with the station like this that allows you to connect basically any scheduled configuration with the wires. And after that, we are making the scholarships for your operators to let them know how to work with this. And we are passing on our knowledge, we are passing on our responsibility for your production, and we are working all together. So we are not only providing you connectors and tools, we are providing the whole idea how to make your life easier at your production actually. So this is why it is so important to work with us, because we are giving you the opportunity to save time. Time is money, of course, and we are giving you opportunity to improve your production. What is good to mention, this technology is under the patent license, so we are the only producer of this technology, and it is certified in the Energotechnics Institute in Poland. We made a lot of tests throughout the years with this institute. We have the certificates, so this technology is clean, is safe, and is good for transformers manufacturers' production. Different kind of connectors in shark technology are possible to use with different crimping heads. We have 4 crimping heads in total, and 2 of them, as you can see here, can be used as a battery-operated tools, and some of them shall be used with hydraulic packs, as the one today that we will use. This is the combo station with 4 crimping heads that gives you possibility to connect any kind of configuration. Up to your demands, up to your needs, we are able to provide you the station that will meet your production purposes, because you might need only one size of the connectors to use at your production place, or you might use the whole portfolio. It depends on your needs. So we are always developing the technology up to your demands, because we know that this is crucial to set the machines properly, and we are doing this for you before we even start with implementation, because we know that this is really important. Another thing good to mention is that we are aware of the responsibility that lies on transformers manufacturers. This is why we are always starting with the forecast for the connectors. We are always keeping the safety stock for our customers. This is why we are not, we do not have any claims, any complaints regarding the availability of shark technology, because of course you need to wait some time to implement, because we will produce machines dedicated for you. We will set the configuration of the machine dedicated to you. That's one thing. But when it comes to the connectors, there is always safety stock, because we know that we are responsible for your production. And if we do not supply, your production line might stop. So this is why we are always taking care of the forecast. So if, please do not be surprised that if you contact me anytime in the future, I will always ask you for the forecast, because this is really important. And as you know, this is crucial for your production line. So I think now we can move on to a short presentation regarding the shark technology and how it works. And we will start with connections on our demo transformers, as you can see here. We have the winding outputs, and theoretically we have tap changers up in here. And we will connect, for the first thing, we will connect round enamelled wire. This is aluminum wire, and it will be connected with bare copper wire. Both are round. And as you can see already, we have aluminum wire and copper wire. With shark technology, you can connect both aluminum and copper wires. Please keep that in mind. They can be both enameled, they can be bare wires, but you can connect in different configurations. You can connect enameled wires and copper wires. For this connection, to show you the whole idea how it works, even in production line, I will use RD2 connector. It looks like this. And I will use the GRD crimping head, which is right behind me, for this operation, because there is a lot of pressure, there is a lot of power supplied through the hydraulic pack. This is why the crimping head weighs a few kilograms. So for your operator to work in production line, you have the balancers, so this crimping head weighs nothing for the operator. You can just adjust it to the place when it will be working, and you can work the full shift and not being exhausted after that. So let's make the first connection here. I will show you how it works. I will try to show you in detail how it works. And what happens first? First, you need to insert the connector into the crimping head, make it stable inside the crimping head, and then you can perform with the crimps inside transformer. So let's switch to the better view. And let's start. I am now implementing the connector inside the crimping head to the place, making it stable. And now I can move inside the transformer and perform the crimp. And as you can see, one side is ready. I will show you. Aluminum wire is already connected, and it is inside transformer right now. So now we can move to the second part with our copper wire, which is bare round copper wire. To do this, we are making the same operation, but from the other side. You need to implement the connector inside the crimping head, make it stable, move on with the wire inside, and perform the crimp. And as you can see, the connection is ready, it is solid, and the only thing that left to do to finish the job is to secure this connection with the paper insulation as for the transformers, like we have above. So that's it. This is the biggest connector that we have, up to 65 square millimeters inside of this connector. It looks like this. I will show you even closer, like this one, and 65 square millimeters from each side. And after that, as I said, only paper insulation on top, and it is ready. Our hydraulic pack has also the sensor that lets you know that the crimp was made efficiently or not. So whenever it happens, if something goes wrong, it will show you. So it is quite easy to operate with this machine, and you can be sure that it will work perfectly. Right now, I will switch into the smaller crimping head, this one. It is smaller than GRD. This crimping head is called GR, and it's for smaller connectors. This is the middle-sized crimping head in our portfolio. And I will use R2 connectors to show you linking of smaller wires. I will link two of the round copper enameled wires with one bare copper wire from the tap changer output. To do this, I need to prepare my wires and the connectors, and it is quite easy because you need to be prepared with the place, with the winding outputs, and when you are ready, you need to come up with the crimping head as before, insert the connector into the crimping head and make it stable. When you are ready with that, you can come up to the transformer, insert the wires into the connector and crimp. One side is ready, and what is really important, if you have two wires, the technology of the crimping head force you to place the wires in the correct place. As you can see here, they are evenly spread to the sides of the crimp, and that makes sure that the connection is made perfectly clear, and you are sure that shark technology tooth penetrated the enameled insulation, and you are secured with your connection. When it comes to bare wires, you don't have to worry about it so much, but we always recommend to be aware of that it's supposed to be evenly spread inside the connector. And let's go to the other side. The same operation. Again, I am implementing the connector inside the crimping head. I think you can see it very well now. Making it stable. Now my other hand is free, so I can move on to implement the wire inside. And after that, again, only paper insulation on top, and you can move on with the another operations and another links in your transformer. Once again, please keep in mind that to do connections like that, you're supposed to remove the enameled insulation, which you do not have to use it here. So after that, you can put on the paper insulation and carry on with the another links. For the third one, here we have a multi-strand wire of bare copper and really thin also copper enameled wires. So for that, I will use battery-powered press. It is really easy to use. This one is really light, so you do not have to use any balancers. I'm keeping it on my one hand. And actually, to be honest, when I was visiting a lot of transformer manufacturers companies, I saw a lot of women working on the production line, and really tools like that are friendly for any operator, no matter if you are strong or not. Our balancers and tools are really easy to use. For this one, I will use RM connectors, which are quite similar to those connectors that I was using previously, but they are smaller. As you can see on my hand, they are quite small. So for the wires like this, we need to also make the connection stable for at first. So I am putting it inside. Now it is stable, and I can carry on with the connector connection inside transformer. One side is ready, but it was much easier because I don't even have to use the hydraulic station, only battery-powered tool. And now the only thing I need to do is put the wire inside. As you can see, I will switch my hands to show you. So I'm right-handed, that was easier for me. And the connection is ready. Really easy to use. That was really briefly about how to use Shark technology. Dedication for this technology are, of course, oil transformers. This is example of an oil transformer model. However, we have also implemented Shark technology in some of the electric engines manufacturers. Basically, you can use Shark technology anywhere where you use enameled wires that you need to connect together. Only thing you need to remember is the cross section or the size of the wires, because you need to be sure that they will fit in the connection into the connector, and if they are linked properly, evenly spread inside the connector. Some of you may already think about the difference between the materials, because we are linking aluminum and copper. Well, years ago, copper was the top material for transformers manufacturers. We know, you know also, that these days a lot of companies are using aluminum wires, much more. So we developed our technology, we improved it 2 years ago, and we are still improving it based on our clients' needs to work efficiently with aluminum and copper. And on today, Our technology is certified to be used with copper and aluminum. So you do not have to worry about any disadvantages when you are using aluminum. Of course, aluminum is softer, it is much more easier to break the aluminum wire than the copper wire, but this technology is really focused and prepared to be used with the aluminum wires. I will ask only for the second camera for a second. Let's catch the focus, sorry, 1 second, I will show you something. Okay, now when you are using this technology with improved connectors, here at the end of the wire there is a special face inside the connector. So after the crimp, at the edge of the connection there is no particular tension for the aluminum wires, and they are very secured for linking the aluminum and copper wires all together, so you do not have to worry about it. Also, the Shark technology teeth inside the connection are specially designed to penetrate enameled insulation on copper wires and in aluminum wires. Okay, thank you for the camera. And also, a few words about the performance of the Shark teeth and enameled insulation. When you are penetrating the enameled insulation, you need to be aware that you are not facing any risk of oxidation or pollution inside the transformer. Why? Because the connection is sealed after it crimps. It doesn't work like, you know, cutting the insulation. Those teeth are making a slight cut and are penetrating inside of the wire to the core of the wire, and in the same time they are sealing the connection. So no air or any pollution will not come inside the connection. This is why for 20 years, for 15 years in transformers, we have no claims about our connections. As you know, the lifetime of transformers might be 20 years, might be 25 years because before it is replaced, and until today we had no claims about this. So that was our focus. This is our strategy, to have no claims regarding Shark technology. And you are probably interested about the machine itself. This is our own project. This hydraulic pack is produced in Erko. And you need to be aware that this machine, of course, it is a machine, it is a tool, it needs maintenance. But if you follow the rules of how to use this machine, and you will be in contact with Erko company if you have any doubts, or you will not perform any of the repairs on your own, then what happens? This happens that you need to only change the hydraulic oil once a year. You need to change the sealings and few other maintenance parts according to the instruction, according to technical documentation, and then you can work with this machine on and on your production place. Our partners are working with those machines. Some of our partners have 20 machines in their production line, some of them have only one, some of them have only battery-powered hydraulic heads, and they are working 3 shifts throughout the whole week. Those machines are dedicated for heavy use. The only difference that I want you to keep in mind is that there are some advantages and disadvantages between battery-powered hydraulic heads and the hydraulic station. Why? Battery-powered hydraulic engine is light, is easy to use, but it has battery that needs to be exchanged. It works a little slower, and it is for, I would say, low intensity use. For high intensity use, you can use this Shark technology hydraulic pack, and those small heads that I presented to you today on battery powered engine, you have also here. They are with hydraulic packs available. So as you can see, we can develop any kind of the configuration for you, up to your requirements, up to your needs. Right now we are improving Shark technology from day to day. Right now we are working on 3 projects with new connectors that will cover the bigger cross sections than 65 square millimeters. This cross section will be multiplied. But if you require any information like that, as I said, it is still a project, so you can contact us and we will let you know about this project. And also, if you have any ideas, any requirements, this is why we are here, and we wish to talk with you about this. And also, with Shark technology, we are not only here in the matter of connectors, we are also all around, because we are a producer also of cable locks, cable connectors, and different other tools that are all around cables, so cutting, crimping. And this is why we are able, if you are a transformer manufacturer, we are able to supply you with the whole technology for connecting the enameled wires, but also we can secure your demands in terms of other tools, in terms of cable connectors, with the things that you already have probably a few suppliers. But imagine you can have one key supplier. Of course, multi-sourcing is the definition of today's manufacturers. That's true. That's even for us, it's true. But you can have one key supplier that will give you the, I don't know, maybe 80% of your demands. That covers a lot of your production. So you can make your orders easier. So soon we will be able to switch to the comment section, because as I mentioned, there will be space for this. So feel free to use the chat. I can see it, and in a few minutes we will be able to give you some answers. Maybe we'll exchange some contacts. I can give you some more knowledge regarding your questions. But again, I want to remind you the idea of technology, as I mentioned in the beginning of our webinar, that this technology allows you to connect enameled wires without stripping the insulation. No matter what kind of wire it is, it can be sector wire, it can be round wire, or it can be bare multi-strand wire. It can be bare round or sector wire. It doesn't matter. The only thing you need to remember is to remove any other insulation than enameled insulation. So for transformers, it's mainly paper insulation, and you can perform with connecting the enameled wires inside your transformer. This technology is patented and certified by the Institute of Electrotechnics, and we are the manufacturer of this whole technology: tools, connectors, and many other solutions for electrotechnics in this scenario. Shark technology is dedicated for low and medium voltage, so distribution transformers are the key product that you can use the Shark technology with. So maybe let's see if you have any questions on our chat. So if you will be so kind, give me 1 or 2 minutes to check on our chat, and we can continue from there. Hello again. On our chat, you can find my details. So anytime you need, and no matter in which time zone you are living, you can contact me. First question, we have a question regarding the paper insulation. For Shark technology, you need to remove the paper insulation from the wire. You need to remove the paper insulation. The only insulation that Shark technology penetrates is the enamelled insulation. So if you have when you have the wire in enamelled insulation, you do not have to remove the enamelled insulation. Any other insulation needs to be removed. So if you have the paper insulation at your wires, you need to remove it as always. Enamelled insulation is the thing that Shark technology works with. As you saw here, I removed the insulation, the paper insulation from the wires, and I connected it with enamelled insulated wires. Let's see if we have any other questions. Once again, my full contact details you can find in our chat list. If you have any other questions, you can always contact me. Do we have any other crimping technology for cable locks? Yes, we do. We have full portfolio up to 600 square millimeters. We have crimping heads. I will show you the blue one based on the same hydraulic engine. We have crimping tools for any kind of wire, any kind of cables. So we have the hand tools, for example, produced in Erko. We have hydraulic tools. We have cutters, cable cutters, cable crimpers. We are the manufacturer of many kind of cable connectors, cable locks, bimetallic locks, and we can produce anything also up to your requirements. So as you can see here, for example, this is the crimping tool for up to 300 square millimeters. It works easy with DIN standard and non-DIN standard cable locks produced by Erko. So hydraulic tools, hand tools, and many other are available from our portfolio. From the small one to big ones like this one, right? So with exchangeable dies that you can adjust during the operation at the production place. So DIN standard, outside DIN standard, we have many tools. So also we are a manufacturer of busbar processing stations. So attention, switchgear manufacturers. We are producer of the machines that allows you to make something like that. So you can, with our machines, you can make the punches, you can make the holes in the copper bars. You can also bend them and cut them. But that's something that will be presented on our another webinar when I will be presenting the busbar processing machines that are even CNC operated. So yes, we are a manufacturer of different cable locks and accessories for cables. Erko is basically all around cables, but we are not producing the cables. These days, as we are growing and we are implementing on any continent right now in the world, we are securing our channels to be the worldwide supplier. We are looking for distributors and reliable business partners. So if you are interested in cooperation like that, because we know that you, our partners, you know your market the best. You know what's happening there. So we want to make the long-term partnership with distributors in Shark technology, in busbar processing station, in cable connectors and locks, and we are seeking for distributors. And in that kind of cooperation, we can make the agreement that is beneficial for both parties, and you can be also very satisfied with cooperation like that. If you have any more questions, now is the time. You can ask me anything right now, not even about the Shark technology, but about the whole Erko portfolio. Maybe that will be the reason of another webinar's topics. So feel free to ask me anything right now. Soon also we will organize another webinar about the Shark technology. There will be webinars about different branches from Erko, but also more detailed webinar about Shark technology. As for now, I cannot see any more other questions. So if you have and you did not have opportunity to ask me now, you have my contact details in the chat. My contact details are also available on Erko website. Feel free to ask me anything. You can call me, you can write me an email, or I am available basically under my phone number. Thank you very much for participating in our webinar. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope to get in touch with you soon. Thank you very much for today, and see you again. Bye-bye.